Hi, everybody. I am Megan Campbell with Turquoise Sky Custom Spirits, and this is the second in our new series where I create hypothetical labels and flavor ideas for local sports players. So last time we did one of the football players on the Cardinals, and this time we're going to focus on Zach Gallen of the Arizona Diamondbacks. So quick mandatory information. So first of all, disclaimer, this is not for Zach Gallen. He does not know who I am or what my business is, I think. And this is not for the Diamondbacks. Nobody's paying me for this. I don't have anything to do with any of them. Everything you see that's used of theirs is like not for making money. This is not a bottle you could come get just any old time. This is totally hypothetical. Also, if you like what we're up to and you want to get to know more about it, check us out at turquoiseskyspirits.com. Like, share, subscribe. Sharing is totally free and it makes a tremendous difference to a small business. It helps keep us going. So, all right, all that stuff aside. So, let's get into it. Zach Gallen. So, I just want to say I apologize to last week's guy for saying that he didn't have enough information about what he likes and dislikes on the internet because it turns out he has a bunch of information compared to Zach. So I'm going to switch you over, and I've already done my research because otherwise you'd just be watching me sit here and that would be weird. So instead of watching me sit here Googling, I already did the Googling for you. So, first thing I do when I'm looking at someone like this is I'll just Google them, see what I can find, like get some information, right? So, this is Zach. He pitches for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's 28. That's a good age, still partying, but not like, a toddler like some of the boys out there. So Zach Gallen, Diamondbacks pitcher. I checked out his Instagram. This is definitely a little more curated. I do not think he's the one putting most of this stuff up. Most importantly, though, is he does have a cute freaking dog. So this is his dog, Moose, and for a solid like 20 minutes, I was like, okay, we're gonna have to do one with the dog because I can't find any other information about Zach Gallen. And this one's my favorite. He's just a stretchy boy. He's just a stretchy boy, and he's perfect. The dog, not Zach. I assume he's also a stretchy boy. So I didn't get a lot of stuff from his Instagram. So I went to his Twitter, and I'm actually really starting to like Twitter for getting to know celebrities better, or whatever you're supposed to call it now. Because it's not as curated as their Instagram, they're kind of going back and forth, they're sharing things. It's not like controversial stuff that they're sharing usually. It's just things that they like, and you get to know them a little bit better that way. So I was scrolling through and I saw this post and I was like, what? That's a really weird thing to call someone, the milkman. Like, okay, so what's up with that? So I Googled it, and it turns out it's a name that someone came up with for him a while back, based on his last name, Gallon, like a gallon of milk. And because he always delivers, that's the line. So normally with these, I like to do something a little bit more personal, um, just because that's more fun for me to do something like, oh, I don't want to do the same thing that they're making at Chase Field. Like that's just not the point to these. Chase Field can get their own bottle of whiskey from someone who's a lot bigger than me. Zach Gallen probably can't get his own Zach Gallen whiskey from you know, Maker's Mark or whoever he likes. So we're gonna get started, and with this one, we're just gonna call it, we're gonna start right here. So let's get our fonts, and I want something really bold. So what I have in mind is a bit more of a minimalist style. I don't want this to be too weird. So that means we're going to have a really bold font because the font is going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting in this design. Mm, let's see. Now, normally this part alone can take 15 minutes as I sort of scroll through everything, but I'm not supposed to be taking too long. So I'm going to be very good and we'll compare these three. So these two are very alike. It's usually easier for me to knock out one when they're closer. I think I like this. Maybe it's you know what it is? It's the milk carton. I'm feeling the milk carton in the way that that particular font is. So we're gonna put that in center, give him a little space. And he's not Milkman, he's the Milkman. And we're doing all caps. You know, that is exactly what I'm thinking of for this. So this is not the first time I've, you know, done this label because, oh, there's always technical difficulties. So, I was, okay, and so I want to do something minimalist, and we're going to kind of divide that. So let's do pouring liquid simple. I think that gave me, you know, probably people who are really good at graphic design and art. Well, I'm pretty good at graphic design, but people who are really good at artwork would already have an idea of how to make something pouring, but I don't. You know, it's so funny how you can do something for, God, I've been learning graphic design for like 3 years now. And it's still very much a learning process. You know, every time I try a new project, I'm like, ooh, this is different. There we go. There we go. I like that. And give that a little round. And I'm supposed to be doing this really quick, so I'm not going to be too particular because that's not the point to these. These are quick designs. Go around, and you are also around. There we go. All right, so that is our black splash, black splash. Okay, this is not cooperating with me. You're making this really hard on me. All right, let's do it this way. So we're just gonna do this. And I don't actually need it to be too accurate on that side. So I want you going down here, but you are gonna make this round. There we go. There we go. That's the shape. That's the shape of the thing. Okay. And then fill it in black. All right, so what I'm trying to do here is make like a pouring sensation. And we're gonna do the same. Gotta make. What I really liked about this one, the reason I chose this is because I like the this sort of droplet situation we have going on. So I think I'm gonna need another point in here. There we go. And you, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. See, that's what I mean. I just want everyone to cooperate and make it look good and make me look good. There we go. Okay. Whoop, you go this way. All right, so we'll just have a nice little white droplet coming down here in the middle. It gives it a little more of a dynamic body. I think I'm taking too long on this. So let's call it there and see what that gives us. Okay, and I want these to be cutting that sort of in half, and then we can take you and make it white. So this is, right, that's right down the center. Perfect. He's the milkman. And then in my travels, as I learned more about this person, he mentioned something in a post about a spicy thing he was having with someone. So, in the interest of just being nice and quick, we're going to do a mango tahine flavor. Now, I don't know if that is something he likes or doesn't like or would drink. Um, but we are just being quick and dirty about this. So mango tahine flavor. Hey, we're doing all caps. Hey, that wasn't all caps either. Flavored vodka. There we go. Mango tahine. Yum. All right. Now, that is in fact a bottle that I have a few more. I think I actually have one more of that. And instead of lining it up with the technical center, the technical end here, I'm gonna try to line it up on that side. I think that flows a little bit better. And then I wanna break this up. So we're gonna swap it. So it's just the outline and we're gonna put it on the inside. Yeah, I like that. Let's make it a little thicker. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Very clean, very clean, very clean. Now, my idea for this is a little more, so it is celebrating him as a player, um, but it's not really about him as a person so much. But it's not professional enough, blah, blah, blah. It's not professional enough to sort of use for, how do I put it? Like a major thing. So if the Diamondbacks as an official league were to put something together, they would want it to look better, to go with their branding and you know, even if they used the Milkman like name, which I really wouldn't expect them to, it would be, oh, that's way too far. What is going on here? Why are you being a jerk? There we go. That's a little better. So even if they used the milkman name, um, it wouldn't be like funny or weird. So in my mind, what I'm making this for would be something like if he made a big, huge, like, oh man, you broke the world record for this thing or that thing or whatever. Um, this would be something, you know, all the guys get together and they're like, oh yeah, we're so excited. We're going to celebrate him tonight. We're going to have this big old party. And we want like a Zach Gallen bottle, but it's coming from your peers. So that's why this is a little more fun, a little more funky than something I would make if, you know, if the Diamondbacks as a team were coming to me and they were like, hey, we want something to celebrate him. That would be a very different type of bottle, different type of label. Probably a different type of, stop that. There we go. Different flavor as well would be more appropriate for the Diamondbacks. So I like those shapes, but I don't like where they are. So we're gonna do that. We also have to put on our, ooh, I'm killing it on the time. We also have to put on our mandatory information. So I do have to have the manufacturer's name basically on the bottle. So we try to make that as surreptitious as possible. So let's see, what's the best way to tuck you into a corner? Let's do it down here. And even that's a little bigger than it really has to be. And we're going to go ahead and make it white, paint it white. Mask to below. And then I'm actually going to drop that a little bit so it's a little more subtle. Yeah. Yeah, that's not the big deal. People will ask who it's from. We don't have to tell them. All right, I like that. And then I think I'm gonna put in a little bit more of I want a little bit more texture going on here. So let's see what we can do. Okay, that was not even close to where I put it, but sure, whatever. I'll sort of make it go with the flow here. And that is also going to be white. Just kidding. White. There we go. Hmm. Let's do. Let's do something like this. Maybe a little more. And well, that doesn't help anybody. Oh well, okay. That's something different. Gives it a little more dynamic action up here at the top. So, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna make this guy even bigger too, because he doesn't have to be limited in that way. And then that would move this guy over here. I got a second. I got a second. Let's see if I can do something cool in like literally a second. We're gonna make it cut a little. We're gonna bring it back in, but I want it to sort of match up with these guys. There we go. Maybe bring that in right here. Color, fill, white. Yeah, I like the look of that. Let's clean this up so that I can just. Then I usually like to change the color. It helps a lot to figure out what's going on here, what's important. Cut it that way, and then obviously this guy can go and nothing gets hidden. And then it's white, and we have to say, oh yeah, yeah, the milkman. He makes it happen. Oh, and then we have to add in our mandatory label information, 750 milliliters, and this would be, let's say, 30% alcohol by volume. That is, really? That's the font we used? Okay. Character, I'm gonna squeeze it together a little bit better. Oh, I know why. That's the font we used. All right, we're gonna tuck that down here. And bam! Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. I am very happy with that. That was the perfect timing. So this is my quick and dirty idea for what I would do for Zach Gallen were he to need something fun. And like I said, I think I said, let's actually switch you back over. So like I said, in my imagination, this is for like his buddies are putting on a thing to celebrate him. So it would be a little more personal, but still about a professional achievement, which is why you would use a name like the Milkman. I assume he doesn't go by that among his friends and family. So yeah. That's what we're up to. That's what we do. Turquoise Sky Custom Spirits. We make custom vodka and bourbon. It's your flavor inside the bottle, it's your label outside the bottle. And I work with you to try to figure out what you like. Maybe he would want his dog on there. Probably if he came to me, I'd give him three different options and his dog would totally be one of them. So yeah, like, subscribe, share, and if you have anybody that you know, send them my way. And if you have anybody that you just like and you're like, oh man, I'd love to see what you come up with for my favorite player, whatever team, they don't have to be here in Arizona, but put it in the comments. Let me see what I can do with your favorite people. Thanks. Turquoise Sky, Custom Spirits, what will you create?